Crypto Warriors. It's Sergeant Crypto back at it again. It is the 13th, Wednesday, the 13th of January, 2021. Big recovery over the past 24 hours for Bitcoin and ETH. Hey, buddy.
Morning. Night.
Say good night. All right, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, who loves you?
Daddy.
All right, give me a pound. See you later.
See.
All right, so see you in the morning. All right, just give my little guy a good night. Hey, and back at it. So Bitcoin, ETH recovered. Yeah, pretty much everything recovered over the past 24 hours. Wherever Bitcoin goes, everything else tend to go, and that's just the rules of the game right now. Let's get into it. All right, so this is coming from Marcos Rivera's. Got like a letter coming from eToro letting us know that there is not enough crypto for everyone. Is there something more bullish than it should be than a trading platform limiting how much coins you can buy? We would like to give you advance notice of possible limitations to crypto buy orders this coming weekend. We're seeing unprecedented conditions in the crypto markets, which have led to increased demand for crypto from eToro users, both old and new. We are doing all we can to manage this demand and to maintain the best possible customer experience. Point blank period. There is a limited supply, especially for Bitcoin. And people are starting to get a hold of this idea now and starting to let it marinate in their brains that there's only going to ever be 21 million. And don't let the market fluctuations let you sell your coins. Don't sell your coins because Bitcoin take a 20% dip. If you have a long time frame, if you're looking at this thing as something as a savings account for the next 5+ years, then don't worry about the fluctuations from day to day or month to month. It will have its ups and downs, and remember, one Bitcoin is still equal to one Bitcoin. The fluctuations are due to the valuation of the dollar being valued as less against Bitcoin. Next, with more FUD, this is Christine Lagarde, the head of the ECB, all right, European Central Bank, fudding up the place about Bitcoin. Let's watch this.
It is a speculative. It's a speculative asset by any account. I mean, when you look at the most recent developments upward and now the most recent downward trend, it's for those who had assumed that it might turn into a currency. Terribly sorry, but this is an asset, and it's a highly speculative asset, which has conducted some funny business and some interesting and totally reprehensible money laundering activity.
What? Bitcoin used for money laundering and totally irrepressible? What did she say? I can't even say. Reprehensible, yes. Totally reprehensible activities. Let's take a look at what Miss Lagarde has done here in the past. The head of the ECB. Let's see what she has done. Christine Lagarde convicted IMF head found guilty of criminal charges over massive government payout. But former French finance minister who faced potentially 1 year in jail will not face any punishment. Why? Because she knows all the dirty secrets. That's why she didn't go to jail. This was 2016. She was convicted of criminal charges over massive government payout. Basically money laundering. The same thing she's charging Bitcoin with. She's charging Bitcoin or claiming that Bitcoin is being used for money laundering. However, she was convicted of the same thing. Can you talk about the black calling the kettle calling the pot black? Like, give me a break here. Like, I'm like stumbling over my words because this shit is so friggin' funny to me. This lady, who is a convicted criminal, is talking about the criminal use of Bitcoin. She's just mad that everyone will be able to see what's being done on the blockchain if it's being used for criminal activities. And that's what she really want to use it for. You know, like come on, man. Let's just hear the rest of the garbage she's spewing right now.
There are criminal investigations that have taken place that I'm sure will continue to take place that demonstrate it very clearly. And this
Yeah,
has
sure.
to be applied and agreed upon. It's a matter that needs to be agreed at a global level because if there is an escape, that escape will be used. So I think it needs to be if anything, it shows that global cooperation, multilateral action is absolutely needed, whether it's initiated by the G7, moved into the G20 and then enlarged, but it's something that needs to be addressed. And FATF is clearly an organization that has expanded in that respect.
Whatever. FATF is another criminal organization. So is FinCEN. They're all just civilians, banksters that supposedly are supposed to regulate the banking system, but they allow for people like this to do criminal and conduct criminal activities. For JP Morgan Chase to have a ship that's owned by them to ship $1 billion worth of cocaine. This is what FinCEN, FATF, all these other, alphabet organizations, right, are there for. They're supposed to police the banking sector, but how can the banking sector police itself? They can't be trusted. They're scumbags. And she's just fudding the place right now to try to drop the price to get some more for herself and her crony friends. Next, talking about fudding the market and buying up your Bitcoin. Bitcoin whales are profiting as weak hands sell Bitcoin throughout 40K bull run. Statistics governing wallet balances from Glassnode on January 11th reveal that the main investors buying the dip are those with a balance in excess of 1,000 Bitcoin, $36 million. So people that's already multimillionaires are the ones buying up all the Bitcoin. People that are already multimillionaires with a wallet balance of 1,000 Bitcoin or more, they're the ones loading up on Bitcoin right now. They're the ones buying the dip. Why aren't you? Stop selling your Bitcoin to these people. Stop it. Don't go come in for a quick trade and make a quick, I just doubled my money in a month's time. You're thinking small potatoes here. If you have millionaires that already have, and I'm pretty sure if you have 1,000 Bitcoin, you don't just have one wallet with 1,000 Bitcoin. You have multiple wallets with thousands of Bitcoins. Stop selling your Bitcoins to these Bitcoin whales. Don't do it. Next, that was from Cointelegraph. Here it is. This is coming from Business Insider. There's roughly $140 billion of inaccessible Bitcoin right now, or 20% of the world's limited supply. Here's what could happen to it. I've spoken about this on multiple occasions on this channel about the lost Bitcoin wallets, or the people losing their keys to Bitcoin wallets from in the early days. You have people that were mining Bitcoin on their laptops, people that were mining Bitcoin on their desktops, and from the early days of 2009, 2010. When Bitcoin didn't have a price to it attached to it yet. Could it be that a lot of those early Bitcoiners just held it and just aren't moving it because Bitcoin is priceless to them, and they really see it going up to $1 million a coin, $10 million a coin, and they're just going to hold out until the world adopts a Bitcoin standard? Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's just people that lost their private keys, or lost throughout their laptops, throughout their hard drives, throughout their files, whatever the case is. So it could be a combination of both. We know that Satoshi coins aren't moving. All right, the million coins that Satoshi have, they're not going to move. We have another multi-million, not $1 million or $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that haven't moved since the early days of Bitcoin, and those might be lost Bitcoin that will never come back into circulation. So that's something to think about. So if that's 20% of the 18.5 million coins that's out there, that 20% is, I did the calc, here it is, it's 3.7 million Bitcoin. 3.7 million Bitcoin lost and gone forever. We know 1 million for sure. or belong to Satoshi. So those million are out of the question. They're gone. So we have 2 million. Oops, I'll turn the TV on. So we have 2.7 million that could be lost coins or people that's just holding out until the world adopts a Bitcoin standard. Who knows? Either way, those coins aren't in play right now. So we have to subtract that from the 18.5 million. And if you're talking about, you see, 2 million, so 16 and a half, so 16.3 million that's actually really out there. And most of those are locked up. So Bitcoin is really a really scarce asset. I went on a really long wind about that. Next, and speaking about losing your private key, crypto user recovers long lost private keys to access $4 million in Bitcoin. So this student, all right, has claimed to have found private keys accidentally hodled starting as early as 2011, which will unlock more than $4 million in Bitcoin, according to a throwaway account from Bitcoin holder. Thank you. The Reddit user was able to cash out roughly $4.2 million the other day. So he sold 127 Bitcoin on December 27th and basically made $4.2 million. Me personally, I would have probably sold 27 of those Bitcoin and kept 100 for a rainy day. I don't know his financial situation. Congratulations to that person. But this goes to show that a lot of people have forgotten that they've had Bitcoin. This person just happened to find an old computer that was at his granddad's house that he used to play on. I wouldn't be cashing out all of it. I would have probably sold 25, maybe just 27. This way, I like round numbers. I would have held on to 100 Bitcoin. But this is a feel-good story. I wanted to share it, and it goes along with the theme of this video today. Let me know what you guys think. Are you old time hodlers, OGs in this game? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash what I like it, that subscribe button. Stay away from the scammers in the comment section, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.